Jake Paul versus Andre August is on, and in this video we're going to be looking at details of the fight, what both guys have to say as well as their records ahead of the fight, and even breaking down their footage and seeing who may be the better boxer. My name is Mickey Smiles. This literally just got announced, so I'm going straight into this. Let's go. So here it is. Here's the official announcement. He is back. Jake Paul returns to the ring against Andre August, 10-1-1 pro boxer with 5 KOs, 8-round cruiserweight bout. Cruiserweight's going to be at 200 pounds if I'm not mistaken. I don't think this one is going to be a catch weight. Jake Paul's recently fought his last couple of fights at like 185 pounds, so if he's going up to 200, that might be a pretty big difference, especially in terms of the power that Andre August might have. He's on a 5-fight win streak, has more knockouts than any opponent Jake Paul has faced to date. Jake said, "Ask and I shall deliver. August has more KOs than me, more wins than me, more experience than me, but I like to gamble, and the path to world champion starts here. Just straight up boxing." A huge move for his boxing career. It seems more and more Jake Paul's trying to get that respect from the boxing community, go the more traditional boxing path even now. Because with all of his opponents, obviously came a lot of criticism with who he was fighting. And now he's just going to go fight a pro boxer that no one really's heard of. So a very interesting road and a very drastic change from what he usually does. As we can see, this is not going to be a pay-per-view. It's included within the regular DAZN subscription worldwide. Jake said, "So far, my entire boxing career has been on pay-per-view, but now it's about more than business. Now I want to build my experience in the ring." So here's an article on the fight. We actually get to see what Andre August has to say. He said, "Jake Paul has the money, the fame, the team, the resources, but he doesn't have my hunger. When that bell rings, I'm going to go straight to Jake Paul and ring his bell and send him back to YouTube for good." Now we're probably all wondering, who is Andre August? Well, he is a 10-1 pro boxer, as we've stated, and he's on a 5-fight win streak. He's recently fought this year in August, around the same time that Jake Paul fought Nate Diaz, but before then he hadn't fought for 4 years. He took a bit of a break, I guess, in between here. It looks like he's won the Texas Combative Sports Program Texas Light Heavyweight vacant title. He's 35 years old, which I've already seen been getting criticized, but it's kind of normal for a cruiserweight boxer. And his only ever blemishes are to Eric Abraham, a 3-3 boxer at the time, who is now 7-16, so not a great record there, but it is what it is. You're just going to see this in everyday pro boxers. Everyone told Jake Paul to fight a pro boxer, and he's finally doing it. Jake Paul himself has actually less experience, less fights than Andre August, only at 7-1. But enough talk about what their stats are on paper and the records and all this. Let's see what they actually have to bring to the ring and who may win this fight. Let's break it all down. So here's Andre August versus Joshua Kahn. This was 6 years ago, and let's see how he looks in that ring. We can see he's the black guy here, teeing off. Good body shots. Good overhand right. Little inside pocket trading, and he's getting the better of all these exchanges, really. Kind of a shot to the back there. And is that a knockdown? Looks like that's a knockdown. I mean, hey, for some first impressions, the guy is game. The guy looks like he has power. He's coming forward. He's going to want to win. Those are all important when looking for a good opponent. Someone that could really throw back. He's throwing some good combinations, a little bit of dirty boxing here. Body shots, combinations. I like the body shots and the body work from this guy, honestly. He has really good body work, it seems. I think that's the end of the fight. Oh, no, there's one more round. Let's see this. Nice body shot. Oh, and it looks like that hurt him. That's going to be an interesting challenge for Jake. And good shots and to end the fight. That was a good stoppage there. I mean, the guy's game, and he throws with some pretty bad intentions. I like what I'm seeing, honestly. Am I saying he's the next coming of Muhammad Ali? Obviously not, but, you know, for a pro boxer, a journeyman pro boxer, as you would say, this should be a really good test for Jake Paul, honestly. And here's another clip of him fighting. The body shots again. And the guy goes down. The body shots are huge. And now his most recent fight from 2 months ago. This is around the same time as Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Let's see how he's looking pretty much now. Good combinations. Coming forward, pressuring his opponent. So here he's fighting a much taller, lengthier guy. I think Jake Paul's a couple inches taller than him. I think he's 5'10". Jake Paul's around 6 foot. So this could give us a little bit of a look of how he handles bigger opponents. Some good pressure from him, honestly. Oh, good little peekaboo kind of style he has. As a shorter fighter, that's a good way to get in the inside. Obviously from the great Mike Tyson. And the guy he's fighting is also a 7-0 pro who he's taking his undefeated record from in this fight. Ooh, big swing and a miss there. Ooh, here he has him on the ropes. And let's see that pressure. Look at the body shots. Mixing it up. A variety of punches, different combinations, giving him different shots. Good shot selection. And Andre August is definitely a good opponent for Jake Paul, especially at this level. This is going to be a real tough fight. Bit of clinch work. I like to see that because in the Jake Paul fight, there may be some of that as well. Some of that dirty boxing, some of those clinch exchanges. Fox is able to get those body shots off in the clinch. Ooh. Big combinations. He backs off with that jab. But he's doing a good job of negating the jab, just getting on the inside, making it rough, making it scrappy. Unloading with different combinations, body shots especially. Coming upstairs with the hooks. Good shots. So this fight ends up going the distance. Here it is at the 6th round. He's only gone 6 rounds in his career. Jake Paul is going to make him fight an 8-rounder. And let's see if he's a little bit slower down here in the 6th round. Good overhand shot. Still waiting for his opponent to make a mistake and then capitalize. Hit with the jab there. Good hook. And that's the end of the fight right there. Andre August definitely has skills, and he can make this a very competitive fight. Or he could possibly win this, hurt Jake Paul, knock him out. He looks like a game opponent who's going to be dangerous in there. But if we're honest, Jake Paul is kind of the one who's meant to win. I mean, he's the A side. He's the one who's picking his opponent. He picked Andre August. Probably they saw something in him that they can beat, something they can expose. But regardless, it does look like a pretty good opponent for him. Here we can take a little look at the highlights of Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Not sure how much I could really show, but Jake Paul did a good job of keeping Nate off of him. Here's the knockdown. A good left hook. Puts Diaz down. And Jake Paul's knocked down everyone as a professional. But if Andre August is a natural cruiserweight, he always fights at 200, and this fight's going to be at 200, it's going to be much harder to knock him out, to find that shot. So all of his last couple of fights, Andre August fought at 175, and then his last one fought at 200. So if this is at 200, I feel like it's going to be a lot harder to put him down, especially because Jake's not really used to that weight. Here Jake comes forward, putting the pressure on Nate. Tried to get him out of there after the knockdown. I mean, to his credit, Jake Paul definitely threw a lot more output in this fight than any other fight. His strength and conditioning was definitely on point, and that's credit to his new team and Coach Larry Wade. Nate Diaz is a much more unorthodox kind of fighter compared to someone like Andre August, who's going to box with him. Nate Diaz made it rough, made it scrappy, and did what Nate does. So overall, man, I think this is an interesting fight. Andre August, who's a 10-1 pro boxer, someone who really doesn't come from this entire YouTube background, this combat sports background, even really who Jake Paul's been fighting, really even has a name. He's just a pro boxer, just a random guy who is getting into the ring against Jake Paul and looks to shut down the YouTuber. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this fight between Jake Paul and Andre August, live on DAZN. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, take care, and peace.